What's up, guys? Jeff here with Grit City Fitness and Performance, and today we've got a little daily lesson. And this daily lesson actually comes from a experience about 10 years ago, and the experience was actually test driving cars. So basically, let me just dive right in. About 10 years ago, 2008, I really wanted a Subaru STI. And if you don't know what a Subaru STI is, I'd recommend you just Google it. It'll make it a lot easier. But it's a 4-door rally car. It's a pretty badass vehicle. It's got about 300 horsepower, tons of torque, all-wheel drive, 4-door. You'll see them all over the place if you actually pay attention. Well, in 2008, I went to test drive this car. And I was lucky enough to actually have a friend that worked at the dealership that I was going to. So when I got there, he just said, "Hey Jeff, you wanna take the car?" I said, "Yeah." So he throws me the keys and he says, "Enjoy." I say, "All right, awesome." So up to this point, I've driven multiple different cars. I've driven different cars that are manuals, automatics, all kinds of stuff. So I understood the concept of how to drive a damn car, right? It's not that hard. I've driven manuals, all that stuff. So this is, going into this experience, I knew just about everything I needed to know about the car. 6-speed manual, the type of interior, the type of brakes, Brembo brakes, color of the car, horsepower, torque, all this stuff. I knew everything about the damn car. So once he gives me the keys, I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I know this. So I go outside, I hop in the car, I turn the car on. Well, while I'm sitting inside this car, I'm sitting in the car, in the parking spot that this car is in. And I'm sitting there for about 5 minutes. 5 minutes trying to get this car into reverse, because I'm in a parking spot with a car in front of me and cars to the side. So I'm sitting in this car for 5 minutes trying to get this car into gear. I've gotten 6-speed manuals cars into gear. I know how the hell this thing works. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? Why can't I get this damn car into gear? So finally I give up. I say, fuck it. After 5 minutes of sitting there dealing with this, I say, fuck it. I walk back in. I talked to my buddy that gave me the keys, and I'm like, dude, I can't get this car into reverse. What the hell's going on? He's like, all right, let me go check. So again, remember, I knew a lot about this car. I've driven cars previous. I knew a shit ton about this car. I knew everything you would need to know about this car, including how much fuel it would use to drive a certain mile distance, right? So I knew a ton about this car, and I knew exactly what I was driving, a 6-speed manual. But I couldn't get the damn car into reverse. So, from that point, I go back into the dealer. I go in to talk to my buddy and say, hey, what's going on? I can't get this car into reverse. He's like, all right, give me a second. Let me come outside and help you. So he walks outside, hops in the car. And I'm like, I know that it's to the right because it's a 6-speed manual with the reverse off the right. I'm like, I just can't get it. He's like, oh, here's why. You have to pull this little doodad at the bottom of the gear shifter, which drops or pushes the manual transmission into reverse to allow it to slide. So all I had to do was pull this little lever on the gearbox, and it would then move over. It would unlock the reverse. Now, if I was like most people, I would have used this experience and said, well, the car doesn't work. The car doesn't work. It's broken. Subaru STIs don't work for some people. Subaru STIs don't work for some people. Subarus in general are bad cars. They don't work for some people. But really, it was an operator error. The car itself works. I knew everything about the fucking car, but the car would not go into reverse. And it's not because the car was wrong. It was not because I didn't know enough about the car. It was because operator error. So the lesson of this is that you'll oftentimes hear people say, oh, this workout program doesn't work. Oh, this nutrition and this diet doesn't work. Oh, this doesn't work. This doesn't work for some people. But that's fucking false, because it's just like the reverse on this car. It was operator error. I knew enough about the car, just like most people know enough about their training and diet, but they can't get the fucking results, just like I couldn't get the car into reverse. And again, it wasn't that I didn't know enough. It wasn't that I was doing anything wrong. It was just that I wasn't doing it right. I had an operator error. So when you hear someone say that something doesn't work for themselves or other people, realize 99.9% of the time it works. It just doesn't work because the operator. The operator did not know what the hell to do to get it to work the way it needed to work. So they could know all the information about the car just like I did. They could know all the information about training. They could know all the information about the nutrition process. They could know everything that they could possibly need to know to get the outcome. But because of an operation error and not knowing how to pull up on the gearbox to change the car into reverse, I was unable to get the car out of reverse. And that's why most people do not see the results that they want and will say that a program does not work because of operation error. It is not the program, just like it wasn't the car. It was operator error. And that's the lesson for today, guys. If you feel that something is not working for you, don't say that the program, the process, the training, or whatever the hell you're doing isn't working. Check yourself first, because it's almost always the operator that is at fault for not getting the desired outcome. Just like I was unable to get the car into reverse even though I knew everything about it. Alright guys, so that's the daily lesson. Make sure you're not fucking yourself up with operation errors.